With a Midway District Plus project coming up, does it seem like finally your dream of and vision of bringing soccer to San Diego is so close and attainable? And what are your thoughts on the renderings that you're seeing come out?
There are a lot of people who have been working hard to bring soccer here for a long time, a lot longer than I've been here. So I feel like I'm part of the process. We've succeeded now that we have this amazing club. And ultimately the goal would be to have a stadium that you can call your own. There's no question, and we would love that. That being said, those kind of things are pretty far beyond our control. What we control is how we perform, how many people we bring into the stadium based on how we perform, and trying to spread the soccer word in this community. I was just talking to someone earlier about how I feel like there's real momentum now around the club. It was hard last year with COVID. Beginning a part of this year, we're still basically starting anew, but I feel like there's real momentum now and people are starting to pay attention, not only to having a soccer team in San Diego, but something that is enjoyable to come to from a stadium and experience standpoint, and then entertaining to watch. I feel like people walk out of the stadium and go, wow, that was a lot better than I realized. So that's what we can control. If we could have a stadium of our own somewhere, that would be phenomenal. That would be a dream for all of us. And I know a lot of people are working hard to make that happen.
You're a San Diego guy yourself, growing up here in the city. How does it feel to be seeing the development of soccer in this town, if that be structural-wise, if potential any stadiums coming up, or day in, day out when you see the youth of San Diego through CJ, Xavi, Ian? What is it like to be part of this movement?
It's cool. I mean, like when I would play in the MLS and there would be a guy coming through San Diego, I'd always feel like I kind of knew him in some way, even though maybe I hadn't even spoken to the guy. So it's been cool to be able to kind of speak to the next group that's kind of coming through, and maybe one day play at a really, really high level. And not only that, I think just even the last few games, I've really felt like the team's starting to really start clicking, the organization really, with as far as the fans are really starting to come out, starting to get playoff time, and then you start to see all these renderings for stadiums and the sports arena area and all that. And I really like the hype, and I like the direction everything's headed.
How do you adjust for preparation looking into playoffs? Is it different from the regular season or the beginning of the season? Are you ramping up the intensity, and how does that look like on the practice field with your teammates?
Right. I mean, playoff games are different. I think yesterday was a great example of a playoff game. The last minutes, maybe when everything's on the line and maybe you're losing or you're winning, people just start throwing numbers up, and it just changes. It's maybe not it's not a soccer game anymore. It's just different. You just have to grind it out, and you have to be scrappy sometimes. And I think that's what a playoff game is going to look like, and the difference between a normal game and a playoff game. What
does success look like in an office sense for the people that work day in, day out? How does making playoffs resonate with them?
That's it, right? It's selling out games so that we can have sold out playoff games. So we've seen that the staff has put in work all year. And sometimes we had a lot of games. It wasn't the perfect schedule this year, so it was tough to kind of keep that momentum going at times. But we saw it at the end of the year where it balanced out a little bit more, and it's been amazing. The staff couldn't be more excited to hopefully clinch Wednesday night and then prepare for that playoff game.
One last question. What do you feel when looking at the renderings of what's going to be happening, hopefully, down at the Midway District?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're excited about the opportunity. I think, we all know the jokes about renderings in San Diego, but for us, it's really an opportunity to build something that's going to allow us to keep growing, right? San Diego UST has been amazing for us, and it continues to be a really unique venue that we really enjoy. But we need to keep growing, and we're seeing with our sellouts that we're going to need bigger stadiums to be able to grow. And the beauty of that project is not just about a stadium, right? It's about the housing, the affordable housing that we need in San Diego, and the parks and everything else that goes into that project. So we're excited to be part of it, but it is bigger than just San Diego Royal, which is one of the things that we love. It's about the community.